Hi. That was my Tuesday. She is my companion and I adore her. She's a German Shepherd mix and she was adopted um, from Georgia. She's supposed to be part Catahoula. I don't know if she's really that, but you don't know when you adopt dogs and cats. And it doesn't really matter. It has to do with their own personalities. Um, Behind me is a painting I did in 1977. The person on the very far right is my daughter when she was 11, and my cousin. He was also my um, god brother and my brother. Um, at that time, he was alive at that time. He died when he was 60, 61. And it's always horrible when you are younger and you expect the person to live longer than they do. That's my brother over here, also at that time, and he looks funny. And seeing him in the tablet here. Anyway, okay, so I talked to Justice Ginsburg, Bader Ginsburg. She's what she said was funny. I mean, it was really a surprise to me. She said that Biden should, as soon as possible, get rid of the justices that are beholden to foreign money, and she was disgusted. Um, she said that there, I think that she's talking about the crazy Republicans, and saying that they are crazy, and um, that we should ignore ignore they're not being in reality. It is hard to read my handwriting. They're not in reality, and uh, oh my goodness, well, I can't read it. Um, Maintain should replace them as soon as possible, and watch out for something. Oh, okay. She was talking about we should have laws against talking hate, spreading hate around, that it's dangerous. Um, she was also talking about foster kids, that the situation is horrible. And hi, sweetie, this is Carly. Come here, baby. Um, Situation is horrible, and we need to get a handle on it. It is not okay the way that it is. Um, is there okay? And then she says that immigration is out of hand. Um, is there a place for them? She wants to know, is there a place for them actually to go to? What's happening? What's happening to them now is crazy or angry, and it helps no one. That's what she says. It's you know just 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 throwing angry stuff at the wall and thinking it's going to be better. No, it's really not doing anything to help the situation or to help the immigrants. Um, next spirit I called was Golda Meier. I've spoken to her before. The last time I spoke with her, I was so overwhelmed by the fact that she came right away and talked to me that I couldn't say anything. This time I wasn't fooling around. I was asking her what she thought about what was going on. and she honestly said they should stop and negotiate. Um, she said nothing. Oh, Netanyahu. She said Netanyahu is a very angry person. I can't read what I wrote. And um, Hamas. Hamas is barbaric. She said. I mean, she didn't. She wasn't sparing any words. Um, but most. Oh, she says, but most of the Palestinians are not barbaric. They're nothing like that. And well, they're not getting the money that is being given to Hamas. The regular people are getting nothing. Um, by the way, they're also our DNA, Jewish DNA, Israeli DNA is very much like we're partially the same as Palestinians. Um, let me know if I'm wrong. I believe that I'm correct. She says Israel can be better. They do have the best. Oh, they do have to beat Hamas. She says they must sit down and she says they must shut it down and pick out the leaders, get rid of them, kill them. Um, she doesn't see any way around that. She says that she loves and wants to. She she truly loves Israel, and she wants people to be able to enjoy the hills and the valleys in safety. Um, left parents just. Oh yeah, I asked her because she had broken with her family, and I asked her about that. I read about her after the first time I spoke to her, and I wanted to know what what she had to say about that. And she did say that she was always a very independent person, and she wanted to do what she wanted. And she was a wonderful leader. Um, she said, I told her I wanted to get Albert Einstein and talk to him, and she said, good luck on Einstein. Well, I didn't have any problem getting him. Um, as soon as I called him, I felt this sun or this light come flooding in toward me. It was a wonderful feeling, and it was Albert Einstein. Um, he was he was as lovely as everything I've read about him, and cute, definitely cute. Um, let me see. Uh, I wish I had taken the time to write this slower. Uh, oh, Golda Meier, before she left, kissed me on my forehead. Talk about a warm spirit. My grandmother, uh, God bless her, did that too. And that's what she did. Came and did that. She was very moved that I wanted to talk to her. And of course, I wanted to talk to her. Okay. And let's see. Okay. I'm sorry that it's so hard to read. Albert Einstein. Yeah, the sun in the room, or felt like that. He is appalled by the wars occurring in Europe. Remember, he was German, and he's just very upset by them, by what's going on. Um, oh, he's also upset by the anti-Semitism that is all around the world. Um, Yeah, cat hair on my face. Uh, well, I can't read some of it. He told me to call him out. Call him out. Uh, no, I wasn't going to call him out. Um, I don't think so. I could call him Albert, but not Al. I wasn't comfortable with that. Let's see. Ken called him Al, yeah. I was lucky. Oh, he said, because I was talking to him about how hard it was to get into the universities when he was young, how hard it was to get a job. As a Jew, it was especially hard. Um, if you imagine Roma kids trying to get into college, that's what it was like for Jews. Very, very difficult. Not, not wanted. Um, so he said, yes, he was lucky because plenty of kids did not get in, and a lot of talent was stifled. Um, said he was lucky. So many others were not. Um, I had a hand. Oh, okay. He said he had it hard leaving Germany, that he loved the culture there. He did not want to leave. That he saw the Nazis as an aberration and hated to leave. And he waited a long time. He really waited too long to leave. And then he missed Germany later on, but he was here. Um, yeah, the culture here was not the same. And he said that he could function in academia, um, not in the consumer culture as it still is in the 1950s. I was a kid and I remember hearing about Albert Einstein being in Princeton. And then I remember when he died. And another person I want to talk to is Eleanor Roosevelt. And I remember her columns when I was a kid too. Um, and I asked him about his family life, and he really wasn't much of a family man. And he said he liked women. So he says, "So sue me." That's what he said. "So sue me." Um, that's you know he was like he liked women. So he probably should not have been married. Um, Today he wouldn't be. Today he would just have kids with a couple people, and that would no big deal. No big deal. Oh, I didn't want to call President Eisenhower because I didn't think I had enough time. And I felt like, am I going to be able to read this? The longer I was talking to spirits, the harder it was going to be to read this because I would be away from it. Look how small. How small they are. It's really, I used to have trouble when I was in uh, college reading my notes and graduate school. My notes are horrible. Um, okay. Anyway, I called President Eisenhower, not by accident, but I did call him. And he said, everything is crazy. We won't have a Republican Party because because of Trump, is what he said, and his philosophy. Hate hate isn't a hate isn't a Republican virtue or a political ideal, is what he said. Um, and and in pops President, the older President Bush, who I didn't call, but he stuck his head in anyway, and he said um, that. Let's see, I can't read this. Sticks head in, sticks head in, and says how different he is with with Republicans. In other words, he was saying that he did not agree with what was going on, and he was very unhappy. It didn't feel right. It wasn't the Republicans that he knew, and he was definitely not happy. And the same thing with President Eisen. Okay, I'm making him Eisenstein, and it wasn't Eisenhower. He was a good president. Um, I was a kid at that time, and I remember there was no fighting over who was going to be president. Um, I can't remember the Democratic candidate, but I do remember riding in the car, and my parents were arguing with my grandmother. Not really arguing. She was for Eisenhower, and she was. There used to be felt on the inside roof of the car, and she was sticking up. Uh, what was it? Ike, something about Ike on the roof of the car, inside the car, saying about vote for Ike. Um, it was fine. It wasn't the way it is today at all. So that is my video for today. Uh, that's it. I hope you like it. Um, I do call spirits. If there's anybody that you want to talk with, I can call that spirit and channel the spirit for you so you can talk to them. I can also tell you about your past lives or your past lives with that spirit. Um, right now, my charge is during during January it's $35. During February it's going to be $40, and it will stay that way for for a long time. Um, all you need to do is write to Spirits by Jaynee. Spirits is spelled spirits, no funny business with the spirits. Spirits by Jaynee at gmail.com. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. If you've watched this whole thing, thank you. Oh, look at my hand. Oh boy. Okay. Here I am. Thank you. Bye bye now.